Hello, and welcome back to Slow English, the channel where you learn English through simple, real stories. Today's story is called The New Flat. This is an A2 level story. The words are simple, the sentences are short, and I will speak slowly and clearly. The story is about a young woman called Zoe. Today is moving day. Zoe is moving into her very first flat, alone, for the first time in her life. She is excited, she is nervous, and she has a lot of boxes. Are you ready? Let's begin. It was a Saturday morning in September. Zoe stood in the middle of her old bedroom and looked around. The walls were empty, the shelves were empty. Everything she owned was packed into 12 cardboard boxes and 3 large bags. Her mum was standing in the doorway. "Mum, are you sure you have everything?" Zoe: "Yes, Mum. I've checked 3 times." "Mum, did you pack your winter coat?" Zoe: "Yes." "Mum, your chargers?" Zoe: "Yes, Mum." "Mum, your..." Zoe: "Everything. I have everything." She smiled. "I promise." Her mum looked at her for a moment. Then she crossed the room and hugged her tightly. "Mum, I'm going to miss you." Zoe: "I'm only moving 20 minutes away." "Mum, I know. I'm still going to miss you." Zoe laughed softly. "I'll come for dinner on Sunday." A van was parked outside. Zoe's dad and her older brother had been loading boxes since 8 o'clock. By 9:30, everything was in. Zoe took one last look at her room, the walls where her posters used to hang, the window she had looked out of every morning for 23 years. Then she picked up her bag and walked out the door. The new flat was on the 3rd floor of a red brick building on Maple Street. Zoe had visited twice before, once when she first viewed it and once when she signed the tenancy agreement. But today it felt completely different. Today, it was hers. She unlocked the front door of the building and held it open while her dad and brother carried the first boxes in. The hallway smelled of fresh paint. The lift was small, only 2 boxes at a time. They made 6 trips up and down. By 11 o'clock, all the boxes were inside the flat. Her dad and brother were red-faced and out of breath. Zoe made them tea from the one box she had labelled "Open First": kettle, mugs, tea bags, milk, and biscuits. They sat on the floor of the empty living room and drank their tea. Brother: "Right, so which box is the sofa in?" Everyone laughed. Dad: "It's a good flat, Zoe. I like it." Zoe: "Do you?" Dad: "Good light, solid walls, nice street." He looked around at the bare walls and the pile of boxes. Dad: "It'll look great once you've sorted it." Zoe: "That's the plan." After her dad and brother left, Zoe was alone in the flat for the first time. She stood in the middle of the living room, 12 boxes around her, bare walls, an empty fridge, the sound of traffic from the street below. She took a deep breath. "Right," she said to herself. "Let's start." She was halfway through unpacking the kitchen boxes when there was a knock at the door. She opened it. A woman was standing in the hallway. She looked about 60, with white hair and a kind face. She was holding a small plant in a terracotta pot. Woman: "Hello, dear, I'm Helen. I live in the flat opposite, number 31. I heard you moving in. I just wanted to say welcome." She held out the plant. Zoe: "Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you so much. I'm Zoe." Helen: "Lovely to meet you, Zoe. Is this your first flat?" Zoe: "Yes. Is it that obvious?" Helen: "Only because you look exactly how I looked on my first moving day, equal parts excited and terrified." She smiled warmly. "Don't worry, it gets easier very quickly." Zoe: "That's good to know." Helen: "If you need anything, a screwdriver, some milk, anything at all. Just knock. Number 31. Zoe. Thank you, Helen. That really means a lot. Helen gave a small wave and walked back across the hall. Zoe looked down at the little plant in her hands. She placed it on the kitchen windowsill, the only decoration in the whole flat. It looked perfect. Zoe spent the rest of the afternoon unpacking. Kitchen first. Plates, bowls, mugs, glasses, pots, pans. She arranged everything in the cupboards and felt a quiet satisfaction each time a shelf filled up. Then the bathroom. Towels, toiletries, the small white shelf she had bought from a home store last week. Then her bedroom. She assembled her bed frame. It took 40 minutes and one YouTube tutorial, and made the bed with her favorite blue duvet cover. She plugged in her bedside lamp. She put her books on the shelf. She hung 3 pictures on the living room wall, 2 prints she had had for years, and a new one she had bought specially for the flat. She stood back and looked at them. The room was starting to look like somewhere she lived. At 6:30, she was tired. Her back ached. Her hands were dusty from all the boxes. She ran a bath, the first bath in her new flat, and lay in it for 20 minutes, staring at the ceiling. It was a plain white ceiling. No cracks, no marks. A blank page. She smiled at it. After her bath, Zoe changed into her pajamas and ordered food delivery on her phone. Thai food, green curry, and jasmine rice. Her favorite. While she waited, she set up the television and connected it to the internet. She found a film she had been meaning to watch for months. The doorbell rang. The food arrived. She sat on the sofa that had arrived by delivery van last Tuesday and had been the only piece of furniture in the flat for 4 days, and ate her green curry with the film on. The flat was warm. The curtains were closed. The little plant from Helen sat on the kitchen windowsill, just visible through the open door. Her phone buzzed. A message from her mum. "How is it? Are you okay? Have you eaten? Is it warm enough? Do you need anything?" Zoe smiled and typed back, "It's perfect, Mum. I've eaten. It's warm. I'm watching a film. Everything is fine." A few seconds later, "Good. I'm glad. I love you. See you Sunday." Zoe put her phone down on the cushion beside her. Outside, the city made its usual sounds, a car passing, someone laughing somewhere, a distant siren. But inside the flat on the 3rd floor of Maple Street, it was warm and quiet and exactly right. Later that night, Zoe lay in her new bed and looked at the ceiling. It was strange, sleeping somewhere new for the first time. The sounds were different. The light through the curtains was different. Even the silence felt different. But the blue duvet was the same. The bedside lamp was the same. The book on the shelf was the same. She reached over and turned off the lamp. In the dark, she could hear the city breathing outside the window. She thought about her old room, about her mum and dad, about the van, the boxes, the 6 trips in the lift, about Helen and the little plant on the windowsill. She thought, this is mine now, all of it. And that thought, that small, enormous thought, made her smile in the dark. She closed her eyes and slept, and that is the end of today's story. The New Flat. I hope you enjoyed it. Moving vocabulary is very useful in everyday English. Words like tenancy agreement, landlord, deposit, removal van, and utility bills are all common when you rent a flat or house. And if you have ever moved somewhere new, you know exactly how Zoe felt today. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe and click the notification bell. A new story every week. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time.